Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, coming at you with the little ball that could, Togedemaru, which got me to like 2960-ish before I lost a bit. It was a beast. It is, I think, one of the better safe swaps in this league, in my opinion. I'm going to show you some battles here, and I'll tell you why it's so good, and then I'll go over the team and what I switched here. So I come in here, it's basically my safe swap because it, against Lanturn, you can land 2 wild charges and take it out or grab a shield. Against the Electrode, you just go straight Fellstinger, even though I just kind of watched this and I'm like, whoa, I should not have thrown the wild charge there. I'll go over that in a second. Like here, like you can just go straight Fellstinger like 3 times, shield up 1 wild charge, and just Fellstinger all the way down. I make a stupid play here. I go wild charge, like that's dumb. I just go double Fellstinger. They're super effective. Even though they don't do much, your attack ramps up. So this is a waste. But even so, like I try and farm down and I still get to another one and take it out here. So I just flip switch. Don't do that. Just go straight Fellstinger. But it was a beast because, again, you take that out with the Fellstingers and just shield up the wild charges. You double wild charge Lanturn to take switch there. You rock because your half steel is resisted. So if you go 1 Fellstinger and then go to the double wild charge, you're either going to one-shot most things or definitely one-shot it with a wild charge and another Fellstinger. So it was a great Pokemon. Like, you're going to see a bunch of 5-0 here. You're going to see some booms. You're going to see flipping switch. It was such a strong Pokemon. You get lit up by, and this one I just surf and probably shield up the grass knots. Probably I could probably even live 1 grass knot, quite honestly, but just shield it up. Get double surf off here. Water gun down a lot. But yeah, it was so strong. Like, you get lit up by the hidden power Luxray if you get on one because you're half steel, half electric. So double super effective. It just takes you out in like 2 seconds. There's nothing you can do there. But in other matchups, you're probably pretty good. Like the Galvantual one, I usually go to Fellstinger like really quickly because it gets you your attack raises. It only takes like 4 Thundershocks to get to a Fellstinger, so it's pretty quick. And then I just load up to like multiple wild charges. I've played against one where you just go straight wild charge like 3 times because it's so fast to get there, and it's attack stats. That's what I want to talk about next. Probably just stay in here. The attack stats is what I want to talk about next because I'm like, why is this saying like hit like a truck? And so Galvantula, which is like well known for its winning of CMP. Let's make sure that this isn't up here. Okay, thank you. Galvantula, which is well known for winning its CMP, the sort of like rank 1 has 135.5 attack stat. This has 130.7, so that's huge in terms of like the attack stat, right? So I'm just looking up like Lanturn 103. What else do you see in here? Graveler 120. Minimum we just saw 114. So to have 130.7 attack stat is huge, and that's why, like, if you hit that and then you go 1 Fellstinger to bump your attack stat even more, and then you go wild charge, this thing hits like a truck. And that's the thing, like, you get it goes so fast. Thundershock is such a fast charging move. You get to the wild charges in a second. Goodbye Shadow Magnezone. Out comes Galvantula. I'm still gonna get to a move here. Like, this thing it was so good. And I dominate that. You're gonna see multiple 5-0 here. It just sweeps Pokemon. It's just so good. The other 2 are the core that just cover each other's weakness, right? Lanturn's are probably good against most rock here. Galvantula is good against the Electrode. The Galvantula, you're going to see 14, 13, 14. I actually had a terrible IV 14, 13, 14 built up from the past when I didn't really like do IVs. I got a ton of terrible IV Pokemon that I've built up in the past. And the Galvantula is one of them. And whenever you are in a limited cup like this, it is a must to use the higher attack stats because there's so many mirror matches. So I eventually, not right at the beginning, but I eventually switched to the higher attack stat so I could win CMP, because to win CMP is actually huge in this, right? Because if you can get in the mirror match with the Galvantula, and again, there's only like 10 Pokemon used here, so if you get the CMP mirror match, you're golden. So that's why I bumped that up. I actually went back and forth too between Water Gun and Spark, because I had one run into me earlier with Spark, and I'm like, that's actually I know it's not the ideal moveset because of all the rock type Pokemon that you're going to see here, right? You're going to want these water guns here because one Surf does not take it out with Spark, well, as opposed to you definitely would here. And here we go. This is what I just want to showcase this. You ramp up immediately. You then get to 2 wild charges. You can take 1 move. Like, I'm just going to shield in case it's a Stone Edge, but Stone Edge is still resisted. So it only take me down to like the yellow. That's fine. They're going back to back here. I'll get to 2 wild charges. I'm boosted. Like I said, right? Stone Edge only gets you there. I don't want to take another move, so I'm just going to throw this wild charge here. This will one-shot because I'm boosted. I don't care if you're a rock. Not effective. Doesn't matter. And here comes a second not effective boom here. Goodbye double rock against an electric Pokemon because those wild charges are just hit so hard when ramped up. It's so good. Yeah, so Lanturn, I ran with Spark for a bit and Water Gun. So here's the pros and cons. You obviously need the Water Gun for the rock type Pokemon because the Spark, one Surf does not take them out, as opposed to Water Gun plus the Surf will take them out. So that's the main difference. The Spark is actually interesting because it takes 2 Surfs to take out a Galvantula, and you can live in Energy Balls. So if you go Spark Surf, you're going to outpace the Galvantula to the Surfs and take it out. And there's so many Lanturns running around. In the mirror match, it was just so dominating, right? You're running Spark, your opponent's running Water Gun. You easily beat it and have energy coming out. So I tried that for a bit. I think with this team, it's not as good because if you're running a Galvantula on your team and you just get lit up by rock, like the Graveler Golem combo there, I think that you have to keep a Water Gun on, and that's what I did. But it was a lot of fun. I'm like now debating whether to use this in Great League because I'm going to do Great League for the last couple days here. And I got a team. I did 1 Great League team with 4-1 this morning, so you're going to see that one for sure tomorrow morning because I like it. It's got 2 solid answers for. It's got the best that I can do. It's got 2 answers for Noctowl. It's got like 2 answers for Medicham. It's got 1.5 for Bastiodon. So it's got like, it's sort of like the well-rounded Pokemon that you need. And that is why I like it. Building up here a bit because I know they need to throw 2 moves to take me out, and I can get to a Surf before they take me out here. CMP, but I got a shield, so we're good. But yeah, this thing was Togedemaru was really fun to use in this meta. I'm just trying to think like, okay, this Electric Cup has 2 more days on it. Could you use this team for a bit? Yeah, I ran for a bit with this team. How do you play? Yeah, if you're gonna use this team, let me tell you how to play it. It's basically, I'm staying in with everything. I used a higher attack stats for this mirror match. Let's see if this is the one with my high attack stat. No, I think I probably changed it after this because the higher attack stat would have won CMP there, which is huge. So if you win CMP, stay in this matchup. If you lose it, am I going to go into target? Yeah, right away. They're going to probably throw 1 lunge. I'm going to Fell Stinger to bump my attack. And they probably will lunge me back, but that's okay. I'll be pretty much loaded with energy. Oh, so they decide to get to Lanturn, which I'm already boosted. So I'm just going to go Wild Charge here. They're going to have to... they don't have to shield because they're going to live it. But now I can just go Fell Stinger or just... Yeah, I was going to say, I'm at another Wild Charge. I can just go and try and take this out, quite honestly. And there goes Lanturn, so I just flip switch again. If the Galvantula comes back in, I'm going to get another Fell Stinger off. Actually, maybe even another... I was about to say, I probably could have gotten another Wild Charge off if they didn't throw here. So force them to throw. Again, it's just like flipping switch, winning this, winning that. Like, it's so good. I got to worry about the Electrode in the back. That was my only concern here. So if they have an Electrode in the back, I'm gonna have to farm down and catch, thinking that my gut is that there's an Electrode in the back, but now I'm probably gonna be switch locked here, and they're gonna get to 2 moves. Yeah, I did bank a move, but 1 energy ball is gonna take me out here, and they're probably gonna have a back-to-back wild charges coming out of this, so I'm probably gonna lose this one, but we'll see. But yeah, right. So Galvantula, stay in the lead against the mirror match. If you win CMP, stay in and just go lunge. If you lose, get into Togedemaru. If you see a rock, Graveler, Golem, Geodude, going to take Togedemaru immediately. If you see anything else, I'm staying in. Is essentially how I run this team. Yeah, so I'm gonna come in here immediately. Go Fellstinger immediately. Fellstinger also helps like delay the burn the clock, switch clock a little bit, which I like. And you're boosted, and now you're basically at 1 wild charge, just under. If they go Stone Edge, I may have to shield because it's I can live it. It's still gonna hurt. Yeah, so I was gonna say I probably try and shield out because I know it would hurt. They catch on the electrode, but now I've got like 3 of these loaded, so I'm gonna just spam these like crazy here to grab shields, and I may even shield and grab just take switch out of this because they can live 3 without the extra damage. They shield up that one, but I'm gonna get to a 4th one here. I don't think 4 will take. I'm 3 times boosted. It's gonna hurt, and they do double shield. At this point, I think I probably just come Galvantula and farm all the way. And they give up switch. That's not smart. Because I can take 1 move. I think I'm gonna have to let this go. Farm up a bunch. Try and farm all the way down so I have a move coming out. Yeah. See what comes in. It is a minimum, so this will do good chip damage. Then I have a move stored, and then I should be okay here for another 5-0. I think 10 off here. Yeah, that's how I play the team. Togedemaru in the Great League. 38 with Fellstinger and Wild Charge. That's interesting. Noctowl, 921 win. And that is not surprising given how hard this thing hits. So here, this is a really interesting Pokemon to build on the Great League. Because you dominate the flyers, that's obvious, right? With the attack stats there. Even like Altaria, that even neutral to this, and the waters. And you beat Lanturn. Like I said, you can just go double wild charge there, and if you bait once, you're gonna be good there too. Look at this, like you beat Bastiodon, I guess because they can only throw the flamethrower, right? So you can just go straight wild charges and you will beat Bastiodon. So it's a really interesting Pokemon to use in the Great League. The problem is you're half steel, right? You're half steel, half electric. So these losses are real rough. These losses are real rough. Swampert, 77. Shadow, 113. Stunfisk, 127. Scrafty, 141. Medicham, 169. Registeel, 180. Trevenant, 232. Deox, 301. So that means like when you lose, you're losing real bad. Like real bad. Yeah, 1 Hydro is probably going to take you out from a Swampert. So between the Mud Shots and Hydro. So it's a super high risk, high reward play in the Great League. You would have to cover all those fighting and water weaknesses and Galarian Stunfisk and Registeel. So you need it'd be very, very tricky to cover both of those weaknesses. I'd have to team build with it. Like off the top of my head, I'm thinking like Swampert to deal with the steals, mirror match, and you do decent against Medicham Deoxys. And then Sableye, probably, because that will take the Medicham. So I love Swampert Sableye combo, because that would take the Medicham. You could do decent against Registeel, decent against Galarian Stunfisk. Okay against Swampert, that's still a losing matchup, but you do okay. So if I was going to use Togedemaru in the Great League, it'd probably be a combo of like Swampert, Sableye, Togedemaru. Togedemaru in the back. Yeah, in the back is probably Swampert on the lead. It would leave you a bit weak to Trevenant, but Trevenant Sableye can handle Trevenant, and it'd just be like depending on lineup. So that is it. That's the team. It was fun. It got to 29.45, I think. No, 29.60. It was my highest, and then I dropped a bit, and then I dropped, and then I tried Great League, and I dropped more. I'm doing so bad in Great League, but I got a team that did okay this morning. I'm up to like 28 something again. So I'll try that the next couple days and see how that goes. Anyways, that is it. Appreciate thumbs up and comments. Let me know what you're playing if you're looking forward to Ultra League. 3 weeks left after this. So I'm going to do double Ultra League teams on Thursday. Maybe one more team in Great League tomorrow for Wednesday. And that's it. So appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.